Hello and welcome to the first lecture on this new section on building AI fluency across the organization. In this course, AI for data-driven management excellence. So in this section, we'll help you use AI to build AI fluency across the organization. Use AI to build AI fluency, right? And we will begin by taking a look at how can you train leaders and managers by running programs on AI literacy, ethics, and data-driven leadership. So how do you think you can run programs on AI literacy, ethics, and data-driven ownership and leadership and train leaders and managers? Any thoughts? Running AI literacy, ethics, and data-driven leadership programs is critical to ensure that your leaders and managers can use AI responsibly, you know, uh, and strategically and effectively. Now, what there is a comprehensive set of steps that we will take you with structure, format, tools, and content ideas to help you design and deliver such powerful training programs. So let's take a look at that. So let's first understand the objective of equipping leaders and managers. Now, whole idea is to equip leaders and managers with the skills, mindset, and ethical framework to understand and adopt AI and ML in business, make data-driven decisions, and use AI responsibly and ethically. So that's what we want to achieve with this training, right? So let's start with the structure, foundational structure. Now, what are the pillars of this foundation structure? There are three of them, as you see here. AI literacy, where you develop understanding of the core AI ML concepts, capabilities, and limitations. The second pillar is AI ethics, where the leaders can recognize ethical risk and responsible AI principles. And the third pillar of this foundational structure is the data driven leadership, where leaders can use analytics and AI for performance, strategy, and decision making. So these are the three foundations. So let's take a look at the training program formats. Now, what are the training program formats? Now, you could use instructor led workshop where you have live sessions for theory, case studies, and exercises. And for this, the tools and platforms are like Zoom, MS Teams, Coursera for Business. You could do self-paced online modules, which is a micro learning for key AI topics, and there your key platforms and tools are like Udemy, Docebo. You could have labs, hands-on labs with where they can try no code or low code AI tools, and the tools that you have for that are like Power BI plus Copilot, Chat GPT, Tableau Pulse. You could do executive simulations, right? Using scenario based strategic decision making with AI inputs at Harvard Managementer and Capsim Box. And lastly, here we talk about you could have AI discussion circles where you have cross functional teams meet monthly on key topics or dilemmas and discuss. So these are various training program formats that you can use. Let's take a look at a simple curricular program curriculum. So the module one could be about AI literacy for leaders, and where you talk about what is AI, type of AI in terms of narrow, general, and generative. Then you look at the key techniques in artificial intelligence like machine learning, uh, natural language processing, NLP, and computer vision. Some very fundamental stuff. Then limitations and what AI can do and cannot do, and what is happening AI in your industry and function. The tools you could use for demos are like ChatGPT, Azure AI, Power BI Copilot, and Google Gemini. The second module could be on ethical and responsibility of AI, ethics and responsibility of AI, in which you can talk about bias in AI, sources and impact, explainability versus black box model in these AI algorithms, then data privacy, consent and security issues and how to handle that. Then fairness, transparency, and accountability, one which is one key thing in AI, and then the frameworks like OECD principles, Microsoft Responsible AI, and Google AI's principle. And you could look at a case study to be done with Amazon's biased hiring AI and Compass risk scoring in the course. So that could be your second module. The third module could be about data-driven leadership, where you cover things like interpreting analytics dashboards, asking the right question of data, leadership with evidence, not instinct, teaching a lot of leadership about using data and evidence and not only gut feel. Then using AI assisted strategic planning in GPT powered SWOT. And you could practice through tools like Power BI plus Viva Insights and Tableau Pulse. The fourth module could be AI in everyday decisions, where you have AI for performance reviews, hiring, and demand planning. AI plus KPI tracking and forecasting could be another topic in this module. Then personalized recommendation and next best action that people leaders can get by using AI. And this could be of specific interest to you because they take decisions and they'll be happy to know what to do next if things happen in a different way than they thought. And then Gen AI for internal communications like quick site narratives and Notion AI. And you could have workshops for this using GPT to summarize a quarterly report or customer feedback. The fifth module could be, governing AI use, where you could build, you could have topics like building AI governance teams and councils, establishing AI use policy and escalation paths, and identify high-risk AI use cases, and understanding new regulations like EU AI Act or India's DPDP, etc., etc. So that are some thoughts on the sample program curriculum. Then, what are the recommended tools and resources you could use to train the leaders? You could use tools like Google AI Learning Hub, Elements of AI, Microsoft AI Business Schools for Introduction to AI. For AI ethics, you could use IBM AI Fairness 360, Equitas Ethics of AI by University of Helsinki. You could use Peltarian, Monkeylearn, and Microsoft AI Builder for no-code AI practice. And for data decision labs, you could use Power BI Copilot, Tableau GPT, or Click AutoML. And to teach and coach on Gen AI for leaders, you could use Notion AI, ChatGPT Pro, Microsoft 365 Copilot. So these are some of the recommended tools and resources you could use. Then let's see how could you do the measurement and impact tracking of what you are training you are doing. You could do pre and post assessment, and there you measure AI literacy. You use AI literacy test and scenario-based quizzes to measure how much they know pre and post of what you have taught them. You could look at metrics like participation and engagement, where you look at session attendance, forum activity. Then one of the key metrics could be the application of the learning, and there you track AI pilot projects, you know, AI adoption and discussion, and finally you look at the business impact for the leaders. And the way you measure them is how did the KPI influence, what it was influenced by the AI informed strategies? Were they able to make faster decisions? Did they reduce risk, or did they make better forecasts? So that's how the measurement and impact tracking can be done. Let's take a look at example of prompt for AI use in training. and there are three scenarios we are talking about here. For writing the report summary, you could simply say summarize the key financial risk in this 12-page PDF for a CEO. It could be as simple as that. You could analyze the feedback. For this, you could prompt by saying analyze this survey text for common complaints and suggest top three focus areas. And for strategy generation for leaders, you could give them a prompt saying generate SWOT analysis for expanding our SaaS tool into Canada using recent trends. So these are some examples of prompts for AI use in training. Now, what you need to do is also tailor the training for different leader types. Now, what are the types? Now, there are executives like CXOs, and their focus area should be strategic impact, governance, and risk frameworks. At mid-level managers, the focus of training should be AI for planning, people management, and KPIs. At execution level, in team leaders, You should be talking about AI for reporting, coaching, and prioritization, and for HR and people ops. You should be looking at AI in hiring, feedback, and performance reviews. So that's how you can tailor for different types of leaders. Let's also look at sample training flows in 6 weeks. In a week one, you could talk about AI literacy for leaders using a webinar plus quiz format. In the second week, you could have real world AI case studies, which are self paced videos. In the third week, you could look at AI ethics and bias workshop with the live simulation. In the fourth week, you could have them make data driven decisions, through dashboard walking. And the fifth week, you could talk about AI in their function and ask them to do a group activity. And finally, you could talk about responsible AI and governance. That there you could use the format of policy toolkit plus AI usage guide. So let's summarize how to run programs on AI literacy, ethics, and data-driven leadership. So first step is to identify the audience and role-based needs. And there you tailor to executives, managers, HR, etc. Then you design curriculum with core pillars of AI literacy, ethics, and data leadership. Then you use a mix of tools, labs, and prompts like GPT, Power BI, Viva, Copilot, and then you run hands-on, case-based sessions where you apply AI for real business issues. And finally, you track impact with metrics and feedback to make continuous improvement. So that's how you can run programs on AI literacy, ethics, and data-driven leadership. So what do we do next now? So in the next lecture, we will talk about the second aspect of building AI fluency across the organization. And there, we will talk about how can you build the cross-functional collaboration by pairing domain experts with data scientists to co-develop AI solutions. So thank you so much for watching this first lecture on building AI fluency across the organization. I hope you're continuing to learn new things, continuing to enjoy. And I do look forward to see you again in the next lecture. Please feel free to message me if you have any questions. I'll be happy to answer your questions. And do download the PDF file to take a look at anything that you need to.